Elizabeth reached across to the passenger seat of her car. She lifted a box that smelled of sweet lavender and fried dough and handed it over to Charles. "I picked these up for your wife. I hope she has an easy labor. Any news yet?" He accepted the box, giving the packaging a longing look that had Elizabeth wondering if the donuts would make it home to his wife. Janie thought she had some contractions last night, but it turned out to be a false alarm. Any minute now, though. Just hope things don't kick into high gear during the storm. "Well, congratulations. Early," Elizabeth said. "Tell Janie to eat up. She'll need her strength." Charles gave a salute. "Thank you, Mrs. Bentley. Awful thoughtful of you, as always. Enjoy your evening. By the way, any chance you've seen my husband around yet? I'm running late." She nibbled nervously at her lower lip. "I told Donald I wouldn't be late. I'm just hoping he's running later." "No, ma'am. Haven't seen Don yet this evening. Looks like it's smooth sailing ahead for you." He winked, then made a zip-his-lips gesture. "And I won't tell a soul." "Fantastic. Have a wonderful night, Charles." Elizabeth flipped her sunglasses back into place as the guard opened the gate to let Mrs. Bentley through. He offered a final wave at her taillights as she cruised down the narrow road and into North Pines, the exclusive gated community that the Bentley family had called home for 15 years. As she drove, she glanced around her, studying the crystalline silence that came with late winter and the heavy promise of a savage snowstorm. Surely it was punishment for the string of warm days they'd been experiencing for the last 2 weeks. An unprecedented burst of heat that had propelled the Twin Cities head first into spring. A bit prematurely, if the meteorologists were to be believed. Fool's spring, Elizabeth thought. Well, it had fooled her, and just about everyone else in Minnesota. Pressing the button to open the garage, she tapped her fingers anxiously on the steering wheel. She glanced to either side of her, studying the landscape that was so prized by the residents of North Pines during the summer months. Soon enough, there would be tulips pressing through the damp dirt, bringing true spring along with them. Hyacinth bulbs would spread their intoxicating scent like sprinkles of magic. On their heels would be bursts of lilacs, the real promise that summer was just around the corner. But for now, the world was still dead. Dreary and worn, the snow a muddy slush, the tree branches barren of leaves. Elizabeth sighed, urging the garage door upward, willing it to move faster, though it never did. She and her husband, Donald Bentley, had bought the private 3-acre estate not long after Amanda had been born. They had 2 young children at the time and their whole lives ahead of them. Elizabeth pulled into the garage, glancing at the stall where her husband's Porsche belonged. Thank God he was running late.